Welcome to CFB Comox. This is the air show. It's about 10 after 10 in the morning.
And we're going to get him airborne. Then we're going to have the CF-18 demo, the 100th anniversary of the RCAF demo, and Tango's going to be flying the CF.
This is CP-140. We're actually on the wrong side of the runway. They've switched runways, so maybe we'll move down to the end.
KC-135. Sounds like our Aurora is about ready to take off, so I'll wait till he takes off and then I'll continue with the schedule. On the takeoff roll, the CP-140 Aurora. So to go back to our schedule, we're going to bring in from the United States Air Force a KC-135 tanker. Then we're going to bring back the tanker, the Canadian tanker, the CC-130 and the CF-18 for a tanker demonstration. Then we're going to get the KC-135 back for a demonstration of tanking with the Hornet. So you'll see what actually happens, and we'll tell you more about that as it goes on. Then we're going to get our search and rescue Herc airborne from 442 Squadron, the CC-130H model. And all the way from Yellowknife up in the Northwest Territories, we're going to have a CC-138 Twin Otter. And that's going to be flying and demonstrating some of the capabilities of the Twin Otter, the King of the North. And we're going to follow that up with the CH-149, the helicopter that does search and rescue, based here right in Comox. Then it's going to get crazy. We've got SAR-techs with us, lots of crazy SAR-techs, and they're going to be jumping via parachute out of the aircraft. We're going to have bundles coming down. It's going to be raining men and women. Then at about 3 o'clock this afternoon, we will have the Canadian Forces Snowbirds, 431 Air Demonstration Squadron will be flying their full demonstration as we watch the Kingfisher come in on final and touching down safely. You've probably seen a lot of
the fellow acoustician.
There you go. So we're looking. They're going to be coming in from the left or taking, from the right. I'm listening to the radio. I'm under this beautiful piece of modular tent here, and my visibility's not the best. So let's look at the high-speed pass. Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. Now, I've seen the Aurora before. I noticed this one has like a big hump on the top. I don't remember seeing that. Is that something new?
That's right. That's a part of the Block 4 modification. That is a satellite communications device.
And is that forces wide? Do all of them have that now?
All of them are on their way to having that, but not quite. We still got a few Block 3s.
Okay, that's very cool. All right. So can you tell us a little bit more about what we're going to expect to see?
Well, after that first high-speed pass, should come in again with gear down and flaps and lights on, doing a, it's called a dirty pass or a slow pass. Followed by Matt Huntley's runway open. I'll give everyone a heads up so they can have their cameras ready. And after another high-speed pass to wrap things up. You see the Aurora coming in low to stage low.
All right, so your job with this aircraft is, I know you search out submarines.
That's correct.
I know it's coastal patrol. Can you give me a little more background on what you guys would do with that?
Well, a little bit of everything. This aircraft really is a Swiss Army knife. Maritime patrol is a pretty wide net. Here it comes, all the best.
He's cooking. How fast would he be going right now?
At over 300 knots.
When he taxied out, I guess they had something tied to the back. It looks like they pulled part of the airplane out at the back. There's a big stinger back there. What would that be? What is that?
That's the mad boom.
Is that a fishing pole?
Well, in a manner of thinking, yes. It's the mad boom, and that stands for magnetic anomaly detector. And I'll let you take a wild guess how that works.
Well, it makes you mad?
Well, it detects magnetic anomalies.
Oh, okay.
So if you were to fly over a metal object, it'll give off a reading to the sensor operators, and that's one of the many ways it can detect a submarine. Or a pipeline.
Or a pipeline, which is a good thing
any large metal object in the water will pick it up.
All right, John. So, you know, you guys are based right here, and how many of these aircraft have you got out here at Comox?
That's a tough question to answer. We're a pretty busy squadron. I know we've got a couple out the door, and we've got this guy here. We also share these aircraft with Greenwood, so the number is kind of constantly fluctuating, but I'd say 3 to 4 on average.
Okay, so yeah, we're going out to Comox, or to Greenwood in August. So we'll get to see the rest of the air crew there. Are we going to see any of your guys out in Greenwood?
Always possible. Yeah. Always a lot of traffic back and forth between the two bases. It's only Greenwood and Comox that operate the CP-140 Aurora.
Okay, now it's going to get a little noisy. I see one of the C-130s is firing up. So we'll do our best.
You know, what's interesting is the Herc has the same engines as the Aurora, only the Hercs are mounted upside down.
I did not know that. I've been doing this for a while. That's cool. And that's only one engine so far. Now, I know it's a lot noisier over where we are than where the crowd is, so we'll just try and continue on and tell you a little bit more. What have we got looking forward to in the next pass?
Well, the next pass should be the gear down, flaps down, slow pass. We should make for some good picture taking.
He's got the flaps down, the gear down, and John, any idea how fast he'd be going on that pass?
About 140 knots.
Okay, and now they've sucked the gear back up, and they'll be cleaning the aircraft up, bringing the flaps back, and building up a little more speed, setting up for the next pass. As we're waiting for the next pass, I'll tell you a little bit more about the crew. So you've got the pilot sitting in the left side. He's the aircraft commander. The co-pilot's in the other seat. And then I mentioned that we have a flight engineer. So the flight engineer is taking care of all the operation of the airplane. He's watching the gauges. He handles the circuit breakers and makes sure that everything's safe so the pilots can focus on actually flying the aircraft. And of course we have Chris Neufeld, who's the other flight engineer on board the aircraft. And then there's Justin Bond all the way from Newfoundland. He is the fourth crewman. Now what does the crewman do?
Well, the fourth crewman essentially, you need to think of as like a backup flight engineer. They're going to run around, make sure the plane's buttoned down, make sure nothing's banging around in the back. And if needed, they can turn on and check any of the systems and just generally help out the pilots. They may even be required to jump on a radio.
All right, we're watching them. See, they're putting the coals to it, so I think this might be another high-speed pass. Definitely not high speed, but maybe the last thing.
On that last pass, if anyone noticed a series of holes in the back of the plane, those are for ejecting the sonobuoys. Do you think it's possible that the Hercules crew is jealous and they're trying to drown us out with the engines out?
I think they're trying to drown us out because they would much rather be flying the beautiful CP-140.
So you'll notice the 140 is now doing a tight circle. This is the mad hunting circle.
Bomb bay doors are open. If you look carefully, you'll see at the front of the airplane, they've got the door open. That's where what would they launch out of there, John?
Up to 8 torpedoes.
So they can torpedo, if they captured a submarine, they could actually torpedo it from the aircraft.
That's correct. It can also drop a rescue kit, a survival kit air travel.
Yeah.
So if we're out flying around and a SAR situation breaks out and we're the first on scene, we can participate with search and rescue by dropping a SCAD, as it's known, and using all the sensors on board to help locate people in distress.
Outstanding. That is so cool.
Yeah, this is a very impressive aerial demonstration of the CP-140. I've never seen this in my entire life. I've never seen such a presentation.
Be surprised at the speed and agility of the Aurora.
Kind of lost the aircraft. There it is. Yeah, I've never seen a display like this. Just incredible.
Lockheed Electra.
That's correct.
They've stopped, the airline stopped flying those quite some time ago, but through different modifications and everything, the Canadian Forces extended the life of the aircraft. But I've got a little secret for you. We've got a new airplane coming in to do this job, and we have an American version of it on the ramp here, and it's called the P-8.
The P-8 Poseidon.
The P-8 Poseidon, and they will be taking the role of the
Just incredible seeing this aircraft being put through the paces here at CFB Comox at the 2024 Airshow. It's really impressive.
A lot of us are looking forward to the
unbelievable, actually. As I say, I've never seen a display
Although I think
like this
Buffalo
of the
Airways
CP-140.
up north may still operate an Electra.
They do. I've actually flown with those guys.
There you go.
So, yep, and they look a little different. They've got a big buffalo on the tail, and they have a different nose. But, yeah, if you ever get to see the TV show Ice Pilots, you'll see this aircraft in its civilian configuration flying on that show.
It's really great. I think we're going to get one more high-speed pass.
Slow pass would be good, too.
Now, if you look at the Bank of Montreal tent and turn towards the Hornet demo team, you'll see a sign for autographs along the fence. After some of the air displays, the air crew will be there available if anyone wants to meet and greet and get some of their stuff signed.
Absolutely.
Here comes one more high-speed pass, 350 knots.
Nice stuff. Beautiful.
If you saw that through the periscope of a submarine, you're having a bad time.
A bad day.
As John was saying, once the aircraft is buttoned down and put to bed, some of the members will be going over to our autograph area and meeting with the public. And as I was describing the crew on board the aircraft, the Air Force is not only made up of pilots. We have flight engineers, we have sensor operators, we have maintainers. There are so many career opportunities in the Canadian military, and particularly in the RCAF, because the RCAF has better hotel rooms. But that's what you want to do. If you're looking for a career right now, you're a young man or lady, and you say, what am I going to do with my life? The Canadian Forces has so many opportunities for you. So as we watch the CP-140 decide to come in for a landing, and our C-130's...
Wow, he's going to land on the right runway.
Talk, John.
He's going to land right here.
Well, for me, I've only been at this a few years, and being a member of the Air Force has given me the opportunity to travel all over Canada. I've been to every province and territory now, and I've been to Scotland, Sicily, Hawaii, Japan. The opportunities are fantastic.
And there's so many different everything, like firefighters.
there are.
We had firefighters here earlier today. We've got military police people. We have meteorologists. There are anything you want to do, you can get your training through the Canadian Forces and go on to the civilian world or make it a career.
Absolutely.
You know, I saw quite a few people at the gathering last night that I met, 35, 40 years ago when I first started doing this, are still here or retired, and usually when somebody gets posted to Comox, they go, aha, this is where I want to spend the rest of my life. So they retire here and live in the beautiful Comox Valley.
It is beautiful here.
Now, firing up, if you're over at Show Center, now luckily they're a little bit away from us. The CF-18 Hornet is firing up their engines, and we're going to have a lot of fighter pilot action happening right here at the 19-wing air show. So lots of things going on right now. We're waiting for get the Aurora back on the ground. We're going to get that CC-130 aircraft going, and we're going to get the Hornet airborne. Oh my goodness, lots of things to see and do here today.
There it is.
All right, John, so I've lost visual on the Aurora. I know it's out there somewhere. So what's going on? They're getting ready to land. Now, they've flown their mission, and they could be airborne for how many hours, really? You could be airborne for...
Well, I know my, I think I see its tail and it's down, but my personal record is 14. We did Comox to Northwest Territories to Scotland.
Wow.
It's quite a long-range aircraft when it needs to be. So right now, they'd be in the procedure of just taxiing to where they're being directed. And you're asking about the fourth crewman. He's probably running around right now, making sure the aircraft's being shut down correctly.
And the aircraft will get back, get parked, and then they'll debrief the mission. Had they been out on a, they do search and rescue also, but if they're out on a search and destroy mission, and they come back, they debrief. Meanwhile, while that's happening, the crew puts the...
We're at the 2024 Comox, CFB Comox Airshow. My name's Henry Tenby. This is Jetflix TV. We've made a special trip out here. It's all military, mostly Canadian Armed Forces, and we're having an awesome day. I hope you're enjoying the show. If you are, appreciate your clicking on that thumbs up button. And if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, please do subscribe to the Jetflix TV channel. That would be much appreciated. We got a Hercules, another Hercules ready to take off for the fly past with the cargo extraction. So that's going to be coming up as well. Fantastic. It's an awesome air show here at CFB Comox, and I can't wait to come back again a couple years from now. So thanks for watching the show.
And as I mentioned, the Canadian government has procured the P-8.
The P-8 beside,
which is based on a 737 airframe, and it will be doing the same job as the Aurora has done, a little more efficiently, a two-engine jet aircraft. I know one of the things we didn't mention is that when you guys are on long-range patrol, quite often there's 4 engines on board. They would shut down 2 of the engines.
yeah, it's called a boiler engine. I've seen it done. Not too complicated, and it's a good way to extend your fuel.
Saves gas and is much more efficient. Later on today. Also like to take the opportunity to thank the base chaplain. If you looked at the weather forecast a couple of days ago, it was terrible. So the wing commander made a phone call to the base chaplain, said talk to your boss and sort this weather out, and look at the sky, ladies and gentlemen. There is a God.
My name is Henry Tenby, and I'd like to introduce my brand new book for classic airline fans. It's called Air Travel Time Machine, and it features over 600 fabulous color Kodachrome memories taken between 1942 and 1960. So this book is a culmination of 30 years of collecting vintage, old aircraft slides from the 1950s and 60s, and this has been my life passion for decades. And the type of pictures that I am very interested in are not the standard images of just sterile shots of airplanes. These are pictures that tell a story, that show people, that show the interiors of airplanes, and show what travel was like during the golden age of aviation. This book is 288 pages. It's a hardcover book printed on a 106-pound GSM high-quality gloss paper. It is a beautiful presentation, and you are going to love the images, and it is filled with captions and memories and great images that'll take you back to the post-war era of air travel. I hope you enjoy purchasing my book and reading my book. What follows are a selection of sample images from inside the book, just to give you an idea of the atmosphere and memories that are included in this incredible book. So I really hope that you'll enjoy the contents. It is a unique book because it really is a time travel wormhole view back through the sands of time to what air travel was like during the golden age of aviation and airlines. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you'll consider purchasing my book. As a side note, this is a limited production book. We're only printing 300 copies for the UK and Europe, and another 300 copies for Canada, USA distribution. So if you'd like to order a book, be sure to do so as soon as possible so that you are guaranteed to get a copy in your library. Thanks again.